What's going on, guys? Just here back to my channel, and tonight very late video and stuff for Monday Night Raw and results. It was a good show, last night. So excuse me. Yeah. Anyways, it was good and stuff, and yeah, good show for yesterday was Martin Luther King Jr.'s MLK Day and stuff. So yeah, it was good to celebrate and all that stuff. So there was no Mel yesterday, but also it was very cloudy and very cold outside here in Texas, and man, it was at when I went outside, it was a little bit of snow, not like full on snow, but like a little bit on top of the one of my neighbors' roofs and stuff, and I was like, man. But yeah, it was very cold and very cloudy and stuff, and yeah, today's gonna be very cold again. So Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and so on will be okay. So it's just Monday and Tuesday, which is today. So yeah, it was pretty good. Yeah, so great day to watch movies and stuff. So I was watching Harry Potter and stuff. So yeah. So anyways, let's get to it then, and here we go. The WWE Then Now Forever Together opening signature hits, and then we shoot into an elaborate video package to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. on MLK Day. So Cody Rhodes and Drew McIntyre kick off this week's show. After the package wraps up, we shoot outside Simons Banks Arena in North Little Rock, Arkansas, where we see a bunch of snow as Michael Cole Waybarrett welcome us to the show. Yeah, they showed snow on the ground, and it's like, man, maybe, I mean, they're gonna be careful with that stuff. So we see footage of Seth freaking Rollins arriving to the building, as well as Jinder Mahal, as the two promote their showdown for the title in tonight's main event inside the arena. The theme for Cody Rhodes hits, and out he comes to kick off this week's show. He asks what we want to hear him talk about. As always, he brings up a song with the city's name in it and says we can talk about that, or we can talk about him beating Shinsuke Nakamura, or we can talk about his story and his plans to finish it. Drew McIntyre's theme hits, and out comes the Scottish Warrior. He talks about how Cody and he have a lot in common. He says he's been back a while now. They haven't had a chance to talk much. McIntyre says he's proud of Cody. He talks about how they both had to leave WWE to get bigger before they came back. He mentions them being in a tag team in the past and asks Cody if he remembers the name. Cody does the dashing ones. Cody then talks about how they aren't exactly the same because he takes issue with Drew being critical of him smiling and pretending to be happy all the time. Cody says he is happy and that's why he smiles. So yeah, we have for the first match, Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough versus Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa. We head backstage and we see Damian Priest approaching R-Truth about selling bootleg Judgment Day merchandise in the parking lot. Truth gives him a wad of cash as his cut. Yeah, Priest says he can keep selling it. He tells him not to tag in during the tag team match later tonight. Back inside the arena, Judgment Day theme hits, and out comes Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough for our first match of the evening. As they settle inside the ring, we shift gears and head into a quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, the DIY duo of Johnny Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa settle in the ring, and the bell sounds to get this one started. Gargano and McDonough kick things off for their respective teams. Fans chant Johnny Wrestling at the start as Cole talks on commentary about it being a light arena due to the blizzard, but a loud crowd. Sorry. I think because a lot of people don't want to go out to go watch Raw because of the road is all slippery and stuff, and you don't want the cars be all acting weird. But yeah, so I'm pretty sure everybody watching at home. So yeah, anyways, Gargano starts out strong but falls to the floor. When Dom pulls the ropes apart as he was running into them, he taunts the crowd, but gets blasted by Ciampa, but who is joined by Gargano for a big double team spot on the floor that pops the crowd. We head to a mid-match break. On that note, as we settle back in from the break, we see JD and Dom pull ahead into a comfortable prolonged offensively. Gargano is isolated in the Judgment Day side of the ring as they use frequent tags as Ciampa is inches away from finally making the tag. He is yanked off the apron. On that note, we head into another mid-match commercial break. My goodness, man, they need to stop putting too much commercials. Anyways, this match, when we return, we see Ciampa has tagged in and has taken over. He is blasting McDonough with everything but the kitchen sink. All four guys end up in the ring and they all end up knocking each other down. Fans chant, "This is awesome." Ciampa and Gargano meet in the middle with knees for the win. So yeah, Gargano and Tommaso Ciampa won the first match. So, alright, second match, Chelsea Green and Piper Niven versus Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae are backstage talking with Raw General Manager Adam Pearce when up comes former tag champs Piper Niven and Chelsea Green. Green complains, and Pearce ends up making a match between the two teams. Backstage, the arena, the team of Chelsea Green and Piper Niven make their way out and head to the ring for our next match of the evening. As they settle inside the square circle, we head into a quick pre-match commercial break. When we return, Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae make their way out and head to the ring. The bell sounds and we're officially off the ring with this one. Niven helps the former champs start off strong. We see the current tag champs Kaden Carter and Katana Chance watching on a monitor backstage. Niven and LeRae win with an awkward double team move. This was bad. We head to another commercial break as we see Gunther and Ludwig Kaiser walking backstage. The winners are Indy Hartwell and Candice LeRae. Backstage with the Judgment Day, when we return, we see Nia Jax video package logo. I can't stand her. And then we head to the Judgment Day clubhouse. Rhea Ripley walks up and says she's got a deal with that Damian Priest talks about having an issue with Drew McIntyre running his mouth. JD McDonough asks why they are beating R-Truth. Priest yells at McDonough. Finn Balor asks if Priest is defending Truth. McDonough asks what Truth brings to the table. Priest shows a wad of money and says it's only his cut. He tells them to get theirs. Gunther makes his return. Now we return inside the arena where the lights are down and spotlight is on Ludwig Kaiser, who does his over-top rope dramatic introduction of the ring general manager and the longest reigning WWE Intercontinental Champion of all time, Imperium leader Gunther. Gunther's theme hits and out he comes to make his television return. And he and Kaiser head to the ring. He talks about his past performance in the Royal Rumble. He declares himself for this year's Rumble. He then brings up Kaiser's attack on Kofi Kingston last week. Footage of it is shown, and then a beaming Gunther tells Kaiser how proud he is of him. So yeah, we go to after the general manager gives Kaiser a hug. The theme for the New Day hits, and out comes Xavier Woods. He says Ludwig and he have a problem because he took it 10 steps too far last week with Kofi. He keeps talking as he walks to the ring and ultimately challenges Kaiser to a match. He says he can accept or ask his daddy's permission. The fans chant, "Who's your daddy?" Gunther hands Kaiser the mic and lets him answer for himself. Woods and Kaiser start brawling, and after the New Day member established the early, we head into a commercial break. When we return, we see the match is in progress now, and Kaiser is taking it to Woods, taunting him. In the process, he slams him into the ring post as we head into another match break. Too many commercials. When we return, we see Woods' mouth is busted open and bleeding. He starts to fight back and take over on the floor. He ends up using a steel chair and getting himself disqualified. The brawl between the two continue after the match. Kaiser has Wood set up to do the same thing to him and that he did to Kingston last week. Woods avoids it and takes him out instead. Woods grabs the steel steps and picks him up. He throws him at Kaiser, but Kaiser ducks. Kaiser leads through the crowd. So yeah, nobody won the match. So no contest winner. Whatever. Akira Tozawa versus Ivar. Alright, next one. Big Bronson Reed is shown backstage in a suit. He mentions how there is a champion walking around who doesn't realize he's holding a belt that is about to be his. We headed to another commercial break. When we return, we see a video package for tonight's WWE World Heavyweight Championship main event between Seth Freakin' Rollins and former title holder Jinder Mahal. After that, we return inside the arena for our next match of the evening. The Alpha Academy theme hits, and out comes Akira Tozawa for singles action as he heads to the ring. We head to a quick pre-match commercial break. As we settle back in from the break, we see Xavier Woods backstage when he is attacked by Louis Kaiser main event. Jey Uso shows up to make the save and run Kaiser off. The theme for Ivar hits, and out he comes accompanied by Valhalla. The bell sounds, and we're finishing off the run with this one. Ivar dominates from the word go. However, when Maxine distracts him on the top rope, Tozawa takes advantage and pulls off the upset after the match. Valhalla attacks Maxine Dupree while Ivar beats out Tozawa. So yeah, winner Akira Tozawa. But they attacked him after the match was over. So yeah, here we go. Becky Lynch confronts Rhea Ripley. We'll see an Instagram story of CM Punk challenging Cody Rhodes to meet him face to face in the ring on next week's Raw in New Orleans, LA. We then see Rhea Ripley walking backstage. Michael Cole says she sets things straight in the women's division when we return. On that note, we head into another commercial break. When we return, we see the Creed brothers and Alpha Academy when says she'll talk to Adam Pearce about everything. Chad Gable talks to Zoe about what Ivar did. He says next week he's gonna get taught a lesson by him. Back in the arena, where Ripley's This My Brutality theme plays, and out comes the WWE Women's World Champion. She settles in the ring to loud chants of "Mommy, Mommy." She talks about how she's so sick and tired of people like Nia Jax running their mouth and claiming that this is their division. She said this is her division. She tells whoever wins the Women's Royal Rumble not to waste their call out at WrestleMania on her, because Mommy is always on top and will end up that way on the grandest stage of them all later this year, just like last year. The theme for Becky Lynch hits. On that note, Lynch talks about how she is going to win the Royal Rumble. She says at WrestleMania it needs to be Mommy versus the man. Ripley says the only person who wants Lynch to win the Rumble as much as herself is her. I'll see you at WrestleMania, she clearly says to end the segment. So yeah, Seth Rollins ready to defend his WWE title tonight. Alright, we shoot backstage where Jackie Redmond is standing by with Seth freaking Rollins, the Visionary, and the Revolutionary welcomes us to Monday Night Raw, does his annoying laugh, and talks about his WWE Championship match against Jinder Mahal. We head to another commercial break after this, okay? Alright, Damian Priest and Finn Balor versus The Miz and R-Truth. Back inside the arena, The Miz's theme hits, and out comes one half of the Awesome Truth duo for our next match of the evening. As the A-lister settles inside the square circle, we shift gears and head into a pre-commercial break. My goodness, man, we just got back from a commercial break, and then, yeah, I mean, I already watched it already, but man, like, there's too many commercials during WWE. They need to stop that shit. Okay, anyways, when we return, the Judgment Day's theme hits, and out comes the group along with R-Truth tagging a few steps behind. He gets in the ring and drops a bunch of money, which he takes forever to pick up and give to Balor as his t-shirt sales cut. He gives Dom some too, JD McDonald asks for his, but Truth tells him he's not in the group. The bell sounds, and we're officially off and running with this one. Truth starts things off for his team, confusing the wing agreement he made with Priest earlier tonight. He does well early on at avoiding Balor, but eventually Balor gets him down. We had to, as we settle back from the break, to a break, as we so back from and for a break, we see Balor still doing all the work, with Priest looking hesitant to do anything to Truth, as he's growing on him. In the end, Priest eventually hits his South of Heaven choke slam for the win. He looked upset he had to hit Truth. So yeah, Damian Priest and Finn Balor, one match. Alright, we're almost there, guys. Alright, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark versus Tegan Nox and Natalya. Jinder Mahal is interviewed backstage briefly about his title match tonight. He talks about his big title opportunity briefly, and then we shoot back inside the arena where the team of Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark make their way out and head to the ring. We head to a pre-match commercial break. When we return, the team of Tegan Nox and Natalya make their way out to the ring. After a quick word from Shinsuke Nakamura, a video package, he tells Cody Rhodes that their story isn't finished until he says so. Now we return to the ring and the bell sounds. Immediately, we see Zoe Stark beating down Tegan Nox, who was kept isolated in the ring for almost the entire match. Natty eventually tags in and gets in some offense for her team, but Baszler ultimately chokes her out for the quick win. So yeah, Shayna Baszler and Zoe Stark won. Alright, the main event. Here we go. WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Seth freaking Rollins versus Jinder Mahal. Alright, Michael and Wade Barrett announced Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest, Chad Gable versus Ivar versus Evie Nail versus Valhalla, as well as CM Punk and Corey going face to face for next week's WWE Royal Rumble 2024 Go Home episode of WWE Monday Night Raw in New Orleans, LA. From there, the theme for Jinder Mahal hits, and out comes the modern day Maharaja, accompanied by the returning Indus Sher for his big WWE World Heavyweight Championship opportunity, as heads to the ring for our final match of the evening. We head to a quick pre-match break. When we return for the break, the theme for the reigning and defending WWE World Heavyweight Champion hits, and out to an introduction by Samantha Irvin. Comes the one and only Seth freaking Rollins. He settles in the ring, and after the formal pre-match introductions are done, the bell rings. Early on, we see Indus Sher provide a distraction for Mahal, which allows the modern-day Maharaja to jump off to an impressive early start. Rollins fights back and looks for a stomp and a pedigree, but Mahal avoids it. Mahal brings the fight to the floor. When he continues his assault on the champ, Rollins fights back into the offensive lead and brings the match back into the ring. As he does, we saw senior Money in the Bank Damian Priest of the Judgment Day making his way down to the ring with his Money in the Bank briefcase in hand. We head to a mid-match commercial break on that note. As we settle back from the final commercial break of the evening, we see Seth Rollins still fighting from underneath as Mahal maintains his offensive lead. Rollins begins fighting back and comes off the ring, off the top with the crossbody splash for a close near fall attempt. The crowd comes to life as Rollins continues his attack. The WWE World Heavyweight Champion hits a springboard splash and pops up for a middle rope moonsault. He lands bad on his leg on the way down, which the commentators point out. Rollins hits a Falcon Arrow on Mahal, then plays to the crowd. He hits a pedigree, but again, his knee gives out on him. Indus Sher gets involved again, putting Mahal's foot on the ropes during another pin attempt by Rollins. Rollins climbs to the top and splashes onto one of the Indus Sher members at ringside. Back in the ring, Rollins and Mahal are both down. Damian Priest pops up on that note and has his briefcase in hand. Before he can do anything, Priest's opponent for next week shows up as Drew McIntyre comes over to barricade from the crowd. The two go face to face and then start brawling back in the ring. Rollins is hit with a cheap shot by Indus Sher. Mahal tries to take advantage and hits a big spot for a clothespin, but Rollins kicks out again. We see interferes as Sher hits Rollins with Priest's briefcase, which leads to Mahal hitting his finisher. He goes for the pin, but Rollins kicks out. The ref ejects Indus Sher from ringside. Rollins hits a stomp and wins to retain the title. So yeah, that's how as we were now. Blah blah blah. So yeah, winner is still WWE World Heavyweight Champion Seth freaking Rollins. So yeah, that was it, and yeah, that was it for Monday Night Raw. So there was no CM Punk tonight. Nothing. I mean last night and stuff. So which will be next week. So anyways, that was it. I hope you enjoyed this video or not. So like, subscribe, favorite, whatever. Oh man, that last couple week was the last week and stuff. I remember I had to read too much. My mouth was hurting so much. So again, I will not review NXT because I don't watch it. Uh, Also, I forgot to tell you guys, I'm not gonna review Ring of Honor because it's really nothing. But anyways, if you want me to review Ring of Honor, let me know, or you want me to just review whenever their pay per view comes in and stuff. So yeah. Anyways, I don't watch NXT, so anyways, that was it, and hope you enjoyed this video and not. So again, thanks for enjoying, and hope stay warm and stuff, and hope see you guys in the next video. See you Wednesday. Laters.